Today's scripture reading is from Jeremiah 26, and it goes like this. Early in the rule of Judah's king Jehoiakim, Josiah's son, this word came from the Lord. The Lord proclaims, "Stand in the temple courtyard and speak to all the people of the towns of Judah who have come to the temple to worship. Tell them everything I command you, leave nothing out. Perhaps they will listen, and each will turn from their evil ways. If they do, I will relent and not carry out the harm I have in mind for them because of the wrong they have done. So tell them," the Lord proclaims, "if you don't listen to me or follow the instruction I have set before you, if you don't listen to the words of the prophet that I have sent to you time and again, though you haven't listened, then I will make this temple a ruin like Shiloh. On this city I will make a curse before all nations on earth." The priests, the prophets, and all the people heard Jeremiah declare these words in the Lord's temple. And when Jeremiah finished saying everything the Lord told him to say, the priests and the prophets and all the people seized him and said, "You must die. Why do you prophesy in the Lord's name that this temple would become a ruin like Shiloh, and this city will be destroyed and left without inhabitant?" Then all the people joined ranks against Jeremiah in the Lord's temple. So this chapter 26, 27, 28, 29, this is the beginning of what's called the Baruch narrative. Now, Baruch is sort of Jeremiah's biographer, except for it's not really a true biography. It's more of a highlight reel of Jeremiah's prophecies. It's more of it's like the Gospels, in that it's not the entirety of Jeremiah's life. It's just the important bits that help us to understand in context the events of the time. Now we know that this part is written in third person, so everything up until now has been written from Jeremiah's point of view. But starting in chapter 26, Jeremiah's book turns into a third person narrative written by his biographer. It's like a narrative prophecy, essentially. It's the compilation of the events that go along with Jeremiah's prophecy. Now we know that this section is written after the destruction of Jerusalem in 587 BC because of the events that the book tells us about. And it says that the temple is going to be destroyed. Now this was really the last straw for people. They were okay with Jeremiah walking around talking about the coming destruction of the country and things. But to say that the temple itself, God's home, was going to be destroyed was a step too far. And so they arrested him and were going to put him to death until they didn't have that opportunity anymore. You see, it became too much. And I think that happens in our lives often. We get so stressed out. We get so overwhelmed by the decisions we have to make, by the choices we have to make every day, that we start destroying everything. We lash out at the people who are closest to us. We make it impossible for people to help us. We sort of burrow in. And that's the same idea here. The people they know Jeremiah is telling the truth, but they're tired of hearing the truth. They just want some comfort, some peace in the midst of all this chaos. And so they lash out at Jeremiah, and they think if they just destroy him, that will end the prophecy, that it will no longer be true what he is saying. And I wonder how many times in our lives we do that. We eliminate the source of the news, thinking that will eliminate the news, that will change the outcome of our situation if we just get rid of the person who is telling us those things. The story reminds us that the truth is the truth. It doesn't matter who the messenger is or how we feel about the messenger. And we can't get rid of the truth by getting rid of the messenger.